The subpoena is ridiculous.
Congress has subpoena power. They're going to use it. They're going to get the information they believe they need to do as part of their oversight responsibilities.
There's really no reason to comply with all of these requests when we have the Mueller investigation.
If we have to sue the administration and take him to court, we will.
This is why folks are confused. House Democrats slapping President Trump's aides with subpoenas, testify or else, the White House slapping back, asking why it is they seem to need more, considering how thorough the Mueller report already was. And a lot of these same folks have talked ad nauseum to the Mueller folks. House Judiciary Republican Greg Steube joins me right now. He says enough is enough. We did reach out to the Democratic Chairman, Jerry Nadler. Have not heard back. Hope springs eternal, though. Congressman, your point is that they shouldn't testify or that you can't force the issue?
Well, when is enough enough? You know, you've had 22 months to investigate. You've had $25 million that was spent with 18 lawyers, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 search warrants, and 500 witness interviews. At what point do you say, okay, we've done enough investigation? And with all of that investigation, it comes with no collusion, and the Attorney General decides not to have any obstruction charges. So I think as a country, we need to be focused on moving forward and trying to improve the lives of Floridians and Americans.
So you would be against any of these hearings, period?
I just don't think, what are we going to learn from these hearings from the people that are part of this report that we haven't learned already?
Okay, so the fact that maybe they could elaborate a little bit on this, it's very different when someone's in writing and you hear the exchange, like a Don McGahn, of course, who was the White House counsel, who were told, you know, the president had wanted him to fire Bob Mueller. Wouldn't you, just out of curiosity, want to get to the bottom of that, what really happened, or what?
Well, I think President Trump and the administration was very transparent in the investigation. They didn't claim executive privilege, and I think they will claim executive privilege when their former general counsel testifies, and he has every right to do that.
All right, so the reason why I'm saying it is, and you're quite right, it could be a lot of politics involved, and any argued that Republicans were playing some of these same games, looking into a lot of Clinton-related scandals and during the Obama years, what have you. The fact of the matter is, though, this obviously isn't going away. To your colleagues who are saying we need to get to the bottom of this to see whether it's an impeachable offense, something that they say the Bob Mueller and his folks left out there for them to decide, that he wouldn't rule, for example, one way or the other on obstruction and dropped it in their lap. Do you agree with their characterization like that?
Well, I think it was in the beginning, the last 4 months that I've been in Congress, you've heard them say, let's wait for the Mueller report, let's wait for the Mueller report. And then the Mueller report comes out and no collusion. And I think that disappointed a lot of Democrats because I think they thought that there was going to be something that they could find that would be impeachable. And now because they don't have that, they're going to try to do everything they can to try to find something that they can move forward. There's been a number of different of their members where they've said that they want to move forward with impeachment. There were some of the freshman members that I came into Congress with that were talking about impeachment soon after getting sworn in. So certainly there's members in their delegation that's what they've wanted to do for the last 4 months. And they don't have any facts or evidence to support it.
Okay, one thing I just want to get clear, is it your sense, if you had an opportunity to talk to Don McGahn or some of these other people, that what would you want to know? Let's say that they did have to testify, they would testify, that there was, you get a sense of internal frustration among some aides of the president who decided the better part of valor was ignoring his orders, and that might have saved him. Hard to say legally. What would you want to find out?
What I would want to find out is, how did we get to where we are now? What evidence did they have other than a Russian dossier that came from the Clinton campaign as a basis of probable cause to get a FISA warrant to then spy on the Trump campaign? Those are the type of questions that I would have. And from AG Barr's testimony to Congress last week or the week before, he testified that the Inspector General is going to be investigating that. Those are the type of things that I would be focused on in my questioning.
Congressman Steube, thank you very much. You might get your wish one way or the other in the week.